Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the Asian Grand Final for the ESL Pro League Season 8. We are currently into Nuke. We've only got a couple of seconds remaining until we actually start the matchup. Now, we just saw ViCi grab CyberZen's pick on Overpass. But Matty B, do you want to tell us what happened?
I just saw the weirdest game of Counter-Strike in my entire life. Dead set. So, ViCi Gaming took a 13-2 lead on their CT half. It looked like they were certainly going to take it in the easiest fashion you could certainly comprehend. But then suddenly, CyberZen, they won a couple of rounds. It was a 14-4 scoreline, and they just won 9 on the trot. It'd take us almost to the death, but ViCi just found something at the end there to take the map in its entirety. We're going to see the pistol round kick it off now as Viva takes a bit of damage there. At long range from the Glock, so a smoke and a flash for Advent, so it should be a late play over towards this B site by the looks of it.
Casual smokes to come down ramp. Actually, it's going to shut off that connector position, so that'll make life a little bit harder for HC. Forces him out into the open, and another gat coming instantly in. It's going to be TB that falls instantly in that encounter, but Viva coming through with a couple of taps of his own. Hasn't found a kill just yet, but HZ might just find some timing. I thought Kaze were maybe going to be pushing, but it does not happen. Now making his way up towards the oil rig. He might find a kill here, but it's all under the timing. Gets caught out, but clotheslines the member as he starts to hold. And now Freeman, can he be called upon to do the same thing in the pistol round as he'd done in Overpass? No, he instantly falls. The trades come out, but oh, this is a little bit cheeky from Advent. He's going to be waiting for this bomb to be defused, trying to tap away with the knife, but he can't be seen, and that's going to force him out into the open. Bottles there to shut it down, and CyberZen, they take the first pistol. Now, keep in mind, this is going to be ViCi's pick as well. Starting on CT side will give CyberZen a small amount of confidence heading into this, but ViCi could possibly 2-0 this.
Yeah, and that'll certainly make you eat your words, Rob. But, I mean, honestly, at this point, I feel like we're going to be seeing the third map just based off what we saw map 1 and how these teams have been in the past as well. Like, both teams have beating each other on this map before and as well as that third map, so it can go either way from this point on.
Literally, it's you know, our favorite saying of the knife and the edge and the apple falling. It'll favor one. All that it'll be will be literally a rotate of the apple, and it'll split more in favor. But ViCi, they have the confidence coming into this, knowing that they don't have to exactly win this. But pushing to map 3, it'll be a little bit harder. Inferno will be our deciding map, but opening frag yet to be found.
I think if it goes to Inferno, it should be CyberZen's entire series. They'll have the momentum coming off a second map win, and Inferno is one of those ones where you need confidence going into it, I feel like. It's not one of those ones where you can just sort of keep going on. It's just very, very hard to sort of get your foothold on the map itself. Speaking of footholds, ViCi looking to get some control across the map here. They will lose out that first engagement. Savage gets aggressive and takes down Almond. So it's a 4v5 already, and they have yet to commit to a bomb site. It's going to be this B hit coming in with Bottle holding down that long-range angle from up top. Tapping away, they're doing a lot of damage. He'll pick up another one, surely. No, Freeman trades it back. There's a man underneath. TB taking one down as Hurricane swings in from Connector Savage, though. Hilg's going to prevent the plant. He's going for the knife as well. So cheeky as Zoking just commits to getting the plan in, but it won't be enough. It'll be the 2-0 start for CyberZen, and big bank picked up there for the man with the knife.
Yeah, that's a massive call from Savage, because most people, yeah, they get the CZ out, they'll just be like, no, let's just deny the bomb plant, but he goes all in there. He actually risks it, not knowing how much HP the member of ViCi was on. He was just happy to go for the knife kill, let him get the bomb plant, as it probably, I mean, it could have come back to bite them, but in the end, the play, it works. That's going to be the full buy coming in for ViCi. They do, of course, have a handful of utility to use, but I mean, both sides are lacking in that department, so much is left of the imagination. Still a couple of smokes left on the side of ViCi and CyberZen. Molotov into the hands of TB. They're going to have to try and make this work. The flash pushes HZ back out of Pop Dog, and Bottle's going to have to try and hold on to the bomb site. He manages to find one, but he's still going to get a couple more. Advent pushing his way up towards Train. Make light work of the one-man holding, and look at this fight coming in. Matty B, this could be massive.
This could be absolutely huge here from Savage. He just has to take one down. He can hear Kaze just behind this wall. He's scoping in and out with the AWP. It looks like a save call has been made. They're just waiting to see what sort of mistakes ViCi do make. There are no kits for either of these players. They have armor and utility to save, and oh, This is so dangerous from Savage. He just gets spotted out there by Kaze as well, so he'll have to totally fall out of this one. No one will be pushing forward from ViCi Gaming. Freeman's already up into these bathroom halls, and he could just catch Savage out on the time, and he will do so. That's the AWP dropped for CyberZen. It'll just be TB holding onto the M4 here, and damage won't be happening to the economy of ViCi Gaming, which is a fantastic for them, building up on this T side. And CyberZen, their money's gone already.
That's the problem, isn't it? That is the that's the misstep that you wait for. ViCi, of course, being able to buy into the second round, third round there. It causes problems with that plant earlier, so, you know, these are the small things that make a difference in the end. HZ is going to grab onto a swag. You don't know what I mean by swag. It's the Mag 7, the God tier shotgun.
Oh.
Rightio. That's, oh, hello! Doing some more damage as well to Aman. That's a bit cheeky.
Very cheeky. As his Hurricanes over here, over towards Pop Dog. And it looks like some aggression is coming in just a moment from the ViCi Gaming side. There's a couple of nades dropped in. They hear the nade popping out, and the shotgun should be heard with a little spray coming across now as well. So he'll have to fall away from this one. And, oh, this is a gaming nade.
That's a bit cheeky.
Not going to quite connect there with anyone. That's one to save for the back pocket, Rob.
I'm actually going to remember that. That was really nice. I enjoyed that nade a little bit too much, but look at it. It's literally split half and half at the moment. ViCi, of course, had the upper hand with the weaponry and utility that they still have on the belt. So CyberZen are going to have to claw this back with a Scout of Thamus and a Mag 7. It doesn't look promising at this point, but still, they've got a bottleneck out of T-Con. The smoke will come over the top to give them a small amount of room to wiggle, jiggle, and move, but at this point, it is only Bottle who is on that A-bomb side. He's not even on the A-bomb side. He's just sitting back at Hell, so they might think that this is clear. This could be really damage. He's going to be able to find a free kill on the Freeman. He might just swing wide and deny the bomb plant. No, no, no. He's got other thoughts there. It'll be Zoking that shut it down, and now a 2 versus 3. CyberZen, this is an awkward situation for them.
Well, that's the thing. They've only got the Swag 7 for HZ here. Trapped behind a smoking connector, and TB just retracting back up towards Pop Dog there, the ladder room. For those uninformed of some crazy Australian call-outs. And should be the second round for ViCi here. With they just walk into that A site. All these players from CyberZen have over-rotated themselves over to B. Just the read was just incorrect for them. So back and forth start now for both sides.
Bit of a tug of war. Trying to gain control in the early couple of rounds, but if it favours ViCi, CyberZen will be sweating when they head to that second half. My question is, what do they have in store for us when we do head to T side? You know, what can they do? I mean, CT side, they haven't really shown the most amount of promise. They found the first round, and the second was merely a bit of a force buy, not even just an eco from ViCi with a couple of pistols. So we haven't really seen CyberZen completely tested. He did have that meeting where they were on a lower buy again, so the pistols are just the only thing that is out in force right now. Savage went a little bit too aggressive, trying to find the opening. The swag's dropped into TB, so he'll be able to pick that up, or maybe HZ might go for it. That's going to be the opening frag across towards A as well, so one apiece on either side. It's now going to be the only member to try and hold. Again, we're surely not going to see the same two save again. I think they have to.
It looks the part too. Well, saving the armor is going to be crucial for them going forward. You know, getting a decent buy coming across in the next round, hopefully. I mean, the money's not quite there, though, so it's still be a bit of a forced buy. They might need to be saving up even towards the 7th round, which would be quite awkward for them moving forward. As ViCi, they've got a good bank starting to really consolidate for themselves now. They're keeping players alive, but they're going to decide to go for the hunt here. Zoking going to get aggressive in towards ladder. Just hears out the shotgun there. And a bit of aggression comes across from Hurricanes. Damage is done. Doesn't want to lose that duel, though. He will be falling away from that. So Hurricanes is giving away the position and the weapon he's holding on to. So ViCi, they're just going to keep these players alive. But look at this flank coming across in from the B site. Potential to maybe get one of these players here. Advent goes charging in towards his box source, but he will just be playing conservatively there. Not going to give anything else away to the CyberZen lineup. And a decent trade back there from ViCi Gaming. They lost the first two, but 3 on the trot. They're looking a lot smarter.
Smarter is all it's really going to take at this point for ViCi, isn't it? Again, it's the old bank robbing analogy. What can you get away with on T's side for Nuke? It's rather the same on an overpass, and that was so prominent. The fact that only 2 rounds were gained for CyberZen on the start. Oh, look at this nade coming in from TB. This could be massive. Oh, Freeman just moves at the last second. He literally would have caught that. He would have actually ate that. I'm so upset.
KFC classic catch.
I'm genuinely so upset.
It would have been one for the ages here. As we're going to see ViCi, they're going to do a very quick execute out on towards the B site by the looks of it. The Breeze not here from CyberZen. They have a player aggressing in towards A main. So now the rate rotation's coming across. They haven't quite committed to one just yet. As we see, it will be Bottle moving his way over towards Connector as the utility does come flying in there, but he'll be punished there by Kaze, swinging wide out towards the rim, trying to get some damage done. There's players back towards the back of the bomb train in the oil area. It will be TB there looking to take the fights versus Zoking as Viva does step out of Connector here. So 3 players already coming in the back of the bomb site now. ViCi have gotten very aggressive in towards this B site. Kaze spotted out over towards the top of the train there. Viva will be falling away. 4v5 though, certainly doable from this point.
Looks like they've actually made the save call. Again, this is the 3rd round in a row we've seen CyberZen save.
I love this call though. I certainly agree with what they're going with right now. I mean, keeping the weapons up at this point for CyberZen is huge for them. Like, their money's still not the best of situations. They just did a little bit of damage to ViCi, not quite as much as they would like, but they'll have a decent buy in the next round for sure, coming off the back of the save here. Keeping 3 rifles up. The Swag 7 not going to be the best of things. The Savage just spot 1 player out, but he won't pick up a kill. There's 4 on the trot for ViCi Gaming, and CyberZen, what can they do to swing this one back in their favour?
Yeah, look, my problem with CyberZen right now is 3 rounds saved. Yeah, sure, it's all good and well to keep the weaponry, but the economy for ViCi it's mounted into almost 2 full buys, and that will be devastating for the CT side. We know that trading rounds do not favour you, and this is a CT-sided map. CyberZen, they have not started out in that fashion that we thought they might have, but look at that. That's going to be Bottle shutting down the first. Kaze responds fast, but Savage gets close towards T-Con, shutting that down. Freeman tries to push on through, but HC plays as spotter and stops the 1-man pushing through. Takes a bit of damage through the wall. That was a little bit cheeky, but there's still a lot more work to be done yet. Kaze, Molotov forces them back off the angle. CyberZen will be able to pull this one back, but again, my quarrel is not with the 4-man save, rather with the economy that's being mounted, and that at least is starting to shut down a little bit more. Kaze, the last to remain in a 1v4. Dare I say he could do it.
It just depends on how aggressive these CyberZen players want to get this. They want to take the AWP away from Kaze. The money's still there, so it doesn't really matter for CyberZen. They'll have the AWP up in the next round, but they will spot him out there. That's going to give his position away as well. Smoke being deployed now. Just going to give himself a little bit more space. But the pressure is going to be mounting on him now to really hold on to this AWP. These players are aware of his positioning right now. He's going to look to throw away the AWP, but it's not going to quite get away with it until now. He's decided he's just going to go for damage at this point by the looks of it. Oh, mollies himself off. Takes himself down nice and low. He does get 1 there with the PG-50 and damage done to Hurricanes. If he got 2, that would have been a huge dent to the CyberZen economy. But finally, a retaliation from the CyberZen squad.
I like that bait there at the end. That was so cheeky. Throws the Molotov down, sits in it for a second. That forces CyberZen to push on out, thinking that it might have been a miss molly. So he takes 1 with him. It's keeping the economy for CyberZen honest as they've dropped 2 players there, so they will have to rebuy back into this. Of course, Bottle and Savage don't have enough to really support themselves. They will need the economical support from the rest of their team, but it's of course being a pause for CyberZen. They need to start to get a little bit more of a firmer grip on this matchup. ViCi have looked the goods so far. I mean, map 1, I just don't know whether I believe that that was the result that should have come about, if I'm being completely honest. ViCi had the opportunity to shut it down early, and could we see the same kind of storyline on map 2? I don't know. I don't know. ViCi do look quite good right now.
The T-side's looking quite solid as well, but I like this bit of aggression coming in from Savage. He's swinging with the MP9. He'll get 1 for himself, traded back, but that's still a great piece of information and damage done, as Omen will retrieve the AWP for his side, but CyberZen, they have a slight read on the situation. Flash comes out, player up above there. Zoking loses the fight there to TV. The bomb is still over towards these B halls. They haven't committed to a site as of yet. Just the walk out of Pop Dog now. 2 players just clearing that part of the map out, as we do still have Ormon just lurking around towards Ivy. He has to back out of this one discreetly here. As it just allows CyberZen to get some more map control as well, as we see TB just fall back in towards the back of the B site there. He's going to be the solo man towards the southern map, but it will be A where ViCi decide to take this one.
From site, got Bottle and HZ. Gonna have to try and do their merry well best to shut this down. But Viva playing from Spotter over towards Ivy. The utility is still there to get this bomb down, so this could be dangerous. The bomb will go down with 20 seconds left on the clock. They've brought it back into a 3v3. Bottle pushes over the top, might be able to stop this bomb plant. No, but at the very least he'll find a quick kill, and that gives them a small advantage. Freeman now backs away a little bit. The flash comes over the top, and it's going to be the initial peak that goes the way of ViCi. They find another, and now it's all on a TB. This could be the hard reset. This could be devastating for CyberZen. TB has to pull away. He's been spotted, but finds the kill on a Freeman. If he can make this work right now, he's still got one more to find it. TB, that is 2 1v2s in the past 2 maps. And he secures it, ensures that the shutdown does not come through. The buy is still there for ViCi, but what a performance from TB in round number 8.
That is a huge play in the context of the entirety of the match right now, Rob. I mean, CyberZen, their money's still not the best, though. Like, they're going to be on a couple of SMGs here. Or just the one, rather. M4s with plenty of utility to go offer, but they haven't quite broken this ViCi Gaming money, and now this is going to be a crucial round going forward on the half. Whoever wins this one's going to run away with the majority of this half's rounds, you'd have to think.
A general assumption. So for CyberZen, you know, it's the pivot round. Can they find themselves ahead? Kaze is going to be shutting down Viva, and that's damage done through the smoke, so it's traded back and forth. Fortunately for ViCi, it doesn't come out on top of that particular encounter, but Savage is just holding on to the other line. HZ as well might be met with a bit of aggression. Still, he's playing aggressive on the other side of the smoke, Savage. He does get caught out, so he's forced back off the angle. TB, he's going to go for the peak right now. That's going to be another great pick coming in from the gentleman. However, Savage, his position has been alerted to. It's now going to have to be a stronghold. Can't hit the second shot. HZ still smoked out, but if he pushes through it, he might find himself 2. He's going to go ahead, but Kaze, what is that flick on the HZ? A little bit too much noise. Bottle picks out the only member in the sky for ViCi. He's now got 3 more to find. It's going to be a clawback, but my word, ViCi, it doesn't matter about the 1v2. They bounce back directly after it, and that's going to be 3 players left alive. The economy is still there for ViCi.
They've still got the money in CyberZen. They look like they can force buy into this one as well. They've even got an AWP to play around with here. So they're going to pick up a few pistols to play around with this one. The Savage is going to be the lone man on that weapon. Advent, I don't know what's going on there. I think he's missing an AK there. Is they're going to just be posted up over towards the backside of Team Main here. And they're going to just walk out. Zoking takes the first fight, but HC is good for that one as Viva puts one up for himself. Kaze, good to drop HC back in retaliation, but TP, oh, he almost wins that fight into Pop Dog. That gets a little bit awkward now. All CyberZen's players spotted up above the bomb train there. They're going to become out over towards this A side of the map now. It's going to be a fall away from CyberZen. They have the AWP still in connector, and they win that battle over Kaze. So 2v2, they'll get in towards the bomb train, and Savage and Bottle left to hold on to this site.
Not too rushed here, ViCi. But look at this from Bottle. Look at that aggression. That is ridiculous. That is absurd. You should not be allowed to get away with that. But no, he won't be. He gets a slap on the wrist. Advent trades back out. But look at this. Savage, could he have the possible line? He's going to go ahead deep in towards Ivy. 40 seconds left for Advent to make this work. If he comes towards the back of Old Bomb, Savage will be caught out. However, as he rotates on towards the site, get a little bit more information, cement himself with that position a little bit further, but Advent coming from behind him. This surely has to be it, and it is too. Savage doesn't expect him to be there so quickly. But how much damage can be done on a force buy for CyberZen? My word, they might even be able to buy back into this one as well, but the economy is too good for ViCi at the moment. This was the problem with those 3 rounds at the start of the half.
Well, that's the thing too. These last few rounds, it's gotten really tight. CyberZen are getting a lot of damage done onto the ViCi gaming side, but it's not enough just yet to break their economy, and they're still on the force buys as well. Scout picked up here for Viva. CZ's 5-7 for the rest of the players. Coming out of China is TB. He's getting very close to this B ramp here. Just getting the closer angles, trying to get these fights and these closer engagements.
TB doesn't particularly like his chances trying to take that fight towards Brownhall, so no need to go for the cheeky peek just yet. Fever on the scout. We've already seen him do so much damage with that. And of course, on the back of Bottle, he's just going to pull off the angle for a second. He'll be punished for that as well. It forces again Viva hitting another shot. What is going on? Viva with the scouts. Just stop that. He might even find another. He's going to hold the line, but he will be punished for it.
Oh, my lord.
The very least.
That's an incredible shot by Freeman. Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's one of those sort of takes there. Viva's been putting a lot of work in with the scout. They're getting great shots. So it's TB. He's coming in from the back here. Aggression. And what is that from Kaze? Just a running one tap there on a Hurricane. The bomb needs to be retrieved, though, over towards Pop Dog. And what a wonky round, Rob. Oh.
CSGO, my friend. CSGO. I'm liking Viva on this scout, though. I wouldn't mind if I even saw him pick it up on a force buy round. Oh no, TB, you can't be doing this, man. And XM, like, yeah, it's great, but the way ViCi have been playing, look how many bomb plants they've had. And that's not including the rounds that they've won out after the post plan. This is not exactly what you need to be seeing, but the aggression is. This is a little bit better from TB. Changing it up now with the XM a little bit closer. Freeman gets punished for it. And they're looking for a trade, but look at this. They're going to be baiting. The XM works an absolute treat.
Oh my goodness. Rob, I'm dumbfounded by these players right now. They're not making sense to me from an offside basis, but they're working for CyberZen right now. It's giving them an opening, and they've got another advantage for themselves. But look at the positioning of Orman right now. He's pushed himself right and far forward over towards these pallets. And in the 5-on-3, Kaze is going to be looking to sort of create some space there with Advent walking out of team main. And HC, he's well positioned to hold this one off right now from the bomb train.
Well, can he do some damage? Swinging wide. It's Event that finds the opening. It's Bottle trying to trade back out, but 40 HP. He's doing so much damage. I think Bottle might have been able to claw this one back, and Savage has hit the shot through, I believe, the train actually, just on the small little opening. I can't even move to Kaze quick enough. I believe TB's just going to be giving some information. Do we want that double AWP set up? Nope. No, thank you very much. We're happy with the one, so Savage will be the only AWPer on this CT side. There you go, 5, but with ViCi already grabbing 7 rounds, it's looking pretty good for the T side.
Exactly right. 7 rounds is monstrous on T side train right now, and I think it's been really dictated by how well Kaze's been able to dictate openings with the AWP in hand for them, and he's just being supported decently by the rest of the lineup. I mean, CyberZen, they just haven't really been getting going after getting some of these advantages. Been brought right back most of the rounds. That was probably one of the few rounds where they've held the numbers advantage from the total amount of the rounds. Freeman, he's going to get aggressive there, but the pre-fire saves his life, and a bit of frustration there on the TB with the spray onto the XM.
First of the openings towards CyberZen. And now it's going to reset the players here as Bottle looks to push back out with the Molotov, and he does find one, but the punishment has come in. The swift hand of justice from ViCi being basically shoved down the throats of CyberZen as they take the A bomb site by force. Freeman as well coming in from the back lines. He should be able to shut down both players here. This is not exactly what you want to see for CyberZen. Both going to be lining up, but he doesn't see the second. It's a saving grace.
I think that was a bit of both. I think he might have just spotted the head. I'm not 100% certain there, but also had low HP there, so didn't want to give up too many more weapons for themselves. Their money's still decent, so they will be able to have a few more buys going forward on the half. And CyberZen, they've got rifles across the board, but there's no utility to play around with. It's going to be straight aim duels taken here. And ViCi, they're in the box seat right now.
Box seat, the driver's seat, however you want to really put it. And so their game to lose again. So it is an opening from Viva. A nice one at that. But again, CyberZen has been an absolute beast. And this is what you need to see from the man on the scope. Oh, HZ gets the timing. Unfortunately, Zoking does not expect that push. Now trying to hold the line. Savage is taking some heavy damage, but so too. The kill wasn't confirmed early enough, so Advent maybe dropped to 34 HP. Still got to feel as though CyberZen, this has to be their round from right now.
It has to, these positions, with the very advanced positions. They've got players in Pop Dog, one even in A main, so it's going to funnel these players from ViCi back over towards Ivy, and I think Viva's starting to read this one as well as he begins his walk back towards the old bomb train. CyberZen's creeping around though. He's looking to create some form of space, but Viva could just get the timing on the players here. As Hurricane swings out in towards Ivy, and it just leaves CyberZen in a 1v3 now with 40 seconds on the clock, and I don't think any mistakes can be made from this point out from CyberZen. Is they going to swing into... Oh, that is huge.
Oh, no.
That is incredibly huge. He's going to get the bomb down on B. He's just made this winnable.
Oh no, Matty. Oh no, and he's got no clue where the rest of the players are. So they're going to be closing in. They have to know. Surely, the gig is up. They're like, where is he? What's going on? Guess what? You've been jebaited. He's on the B bomb site, but he's taken too long to get the bomb down. All of a sudden, I don't know what CyberZen are doing. They're just like, where is this guy? He's all smoke and mist. The bomb will go down. They're going to hit towards the B bomb site, but he's already found himself in quite a desirable place. He's made himself all the way back to CT. However, I do say that there's only 2 Molotovs onto CyberZen, so if he can get them off the bomb quick enough, he might be able to make something work, but they are just going to be sticking at this point. If he goes a little bit too aggressive, he'll be caught out. A nice shot. He's going to find another. They jump off the bomb for a moment, but regardless, CyberZen, he gives himself a small chance to make that work. It doesn't work out for him, and CyberZen claw that one back.
Oh my goodness. That was a big brain play coming out there from CyberZen, and he's just been the big brain for his side right now as well. He's 16 for 8, Rob. Leading the charge for ViCi Gaming, and my word. The fact that he got away with it, the fact that he got the bomb down there, that's made this buy doable for ViCi. They weren't in the best financial standpoint there after losing a couple on the trot. CyberZen in a similar position as well. They have a UMP for one of their players and lacking some utility already. ViCi, they've used so much already. They're trying to get some positioning in towards this outer yard, but HC sprays down Orman in through the yard as TB does drop. Traded by Bottle here. 2 players already in towards this upper bomb site, and he's trapped behind these smokes. He will get away, but a little bit of damage done by the Molotov.
It's a double molly to make sure.
Well, look at this stack now from CyberZen. They've got 3 players over towards B.
Oh, no!
It's happening.
Oh, bro. It just threw me to the smoke. I'm so mad. How much damage did it do?
It did an outrageous amount of damage, my man.
It threw me to the smoke. So upset. And then it smoke glitched. It could not be a worse day for the observers. Nationwide, they feel me. It hurts, but that's okay. They are going to hit towards A and fake it out a little bit. Making their way back to Brown Halls now. Definitely have to say that this is the point for contention. Bottle is going to have to hold on to the M4 and hold down the line with the crosshair. They come on out, but there's no flashes. He doesn't expect it. That is so unfortunate for Bottle. I feel so bad. And now Savage is going to go aggressive with the AWP. He surely doesn't want to get caught out at this point. Can't hit the shot. He needs to back away, but he sits in the flames for a second. Advent, can he hear it? It doesn't make a difference. He hits the shot. And CyberZen, you've been asked to step up time and time again. You've got a little bit more of a job ahead of you, but that's one way to start it out. The flash comes. Oh my word! What is that from CyberZen? Oh! But Savage! That is the weirdest sequence of events I have seen in this map so far, in this matchup. Savage just hit that through the wall after a monstrous play from Kaze. Matty B, what have I just seen?
Heart failure. Jesus. Mate, I have not seen a play like that in such a long time. That was incredible from both sides of the story. Kaze hit a ridiculous vertical flick onto the man of that back train. And the no-scope onto the diffuser. But Savage, he is just too much of that. A Savage. Oh my goodness. What a first half though from ViCi Gaming regardless. They won the half. 8 rounds on T-side train. They put themselves in the box set to take a 2-0 here and book their ticket to Odense.
That's what we're all here for. That gorgeous ticket. And they go to the global finals in Denmark that will be played against some of the best. I mean, Astralis and MIBR. Got Na'Vi. Ghost as well from NA. Fair decent, my friend. And of course, you can't
Looking
forget
like
order.
A packed event.
You can't forget your boys' order.
Certainly cannot. A well-deserved qualification from them after that big best-of-5 final. ViCi and CyberZen, just the best of 3 for these players. And we're going to see the late execute in towards this A-bomb site. Or is this a fake? No, it's going to be a pop dog explosion. Players deep in the site as well for ViCi Gaming over more towards Ivy and connected. There's a stack over towards B here. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play off the back of this one. So we're going to see the rotation there of Zoking over towards the back of the red train. Molotov being deployed as well over towards the stopper. That's going to cause a lot of damage there. Zoking, he's going to fall there. Bottle getting aggressive in the side. Now it's a 4 and 5, but players pushing in towards connector. Advent takes down one at long range with the USPS as Viva, he's stuck in towards Pop Dog. Here's the players from ViCi. They're all stuck in behind Ivy here. TB taking that fight. Will eventually win out there. Bottle over here under Heaven takes an easy shot onto Advent, and that leaves Kaze now again another position. A 1v4. He doesn't have a kit to play around with, and Bottle will clean him up there. A great start by CyberZen in the half, taking a very clean pistol round. And are we going to go the distance, Rob? It's going to be another close map.
I mean, the way that ViCi performed on the T side, you would have to say no. But CyberZen, you know, they pack a handful of punches, so you can't count them out. They might be down and out for the count after map 1, but it was quite a performance. Unfortunately, with how long the break was for them, they weren't able to bring that momentum into the second map. A 7-8 scoreline favouring ViCi on T side. It's not exactly how you want to start train. Again, we've seen the ability, the resilience, the flair and style from CyberZen all in one map, so we know for a fact that it's possible. We know for a fact that we could be seeing 3, but I just have this unfound kind of confidence in ViCi right now.
Well, there's still potential for them as well. I mean, they're going to go for the full save here, or stacking up over towards A, which is where CyberZen look to be aiming themselves towards. Molotov's deployed in towards the side, but there's so many players stacked on this bomb train. Trade potential is going to be there as damage is done. Advent picks up 1 there. That's an early advantage there for ViCi, but it's short-lived as frags are picked up across the board. But Armin doing damage there with the USPS. It's a 3v1. He can do more damage here, but Bottle catches him out with the AK-47. And this Mac 10 should surely be the cleanup they're looking for, as he's going to go hunting now. Armin, not long for this world there. But great damage picked up there by ViCi, picking up a couple of frags with just USPSs.
The USPS? Why not? Why not get some damage while you can? 1 flash was all that was used and all that was needed for 2 kills. I mean, that's good enough. Keeps the economy of CyberZen at bay for a moment. You can see 2 players just on the edge of that 1K mark, the 4-digit mark, but Model now going to be taking control early towards Brown Halls as they go towards Ivy as well. They've put the feelers out as a bit of a default spread, just ensuring no one pushes too aggressive. No one watching T-Con though for CyberZen. Now, it can be punished, especially so early, but ViCi, they don't really want to throw away their force buy on this. Of course, it's a force buy. The reason I call that MP5 on Advent, I hate saying that. I hate it.
The MP5, it's a bit inconsistent at the moment. I feel like it still needs to be reworked just a little bit. It's pretty much the exact same as the MP7 with a slower fire rate. So, I mean, there's no real difference between the two other than that. I like the pickup of the AEG here by Kaze, though. Like, able to take those long-range duels there with the scope weapon when he can't afford the AWP. As we can look at the economy, though, for ViCi, they don't have any utility left with this one with 45 seconds in the round. And CyberZen, they've got a lot to play around with here. They can certainly go for a late round execute. They've got smokes and Molotovs to clear out these angles in behind the trains. They've got 4 mollies to still use. So ViCi Gaming, they're going to be under the pressure here. Literally feeling the heat from CyberZen.
Is the heat too hot to handle? That is the real question. ViCi, they're going to be forced into holding the site. They are pushed off the angle, taking a small amount of damage to start with. And there's the opening that they were looking for to a piece, and now still doing more damage from the heavens above, but they clean back out. HZ making his way back towards Old Bomb. Doesn't make a difference. Kaze was holding down the angle. Freeman on the B bomb side?
Yep.
Question mark?
I think he was a bit scared if it was a fake that late in the round. I mean, players can split across either side of the map, so it's a huge sort of play to make. But still, ViCi, they don't quite have the money to play around with. They have the MP5 for Advent and for Zoking. And CyberZen will be forced by this one as well. They have a couple of AKs to play around with and a lot of high damaging pistols, so they can still put in a lot of work this round.
So much work to be done from both sides, and it's that 9-9 awkward state. It's in a constant flux at the moment, but ViCi can confirm this. They will put themselves up to double digits, and we'll probably see them head to the 11th, maybe 12th round. Or CyberZen really have too much of a punch to pack back. But so King just towards Pop Dog for right now. 3 players towards Ivy. It's going to be the Pinson towards the A-bomb side as one rotates towards T-Con. They force the player back from Ivy. If he were there, Event, however, was already playing a little bit more passive. The Molotov comes out, so there's the second piece of counter utility used. Advent, if he drops that nade, that might do unlimited damage, which it does do so. 2 players drop to half HP. And that is a really nice way to start out. Advent is just going to be holding on with that MP5, waiting for the flash to come out. It's the nades that'll be thrown to start with. And the secondary smoke has come back out for Advent. He's just kept them at bay, and the utility usage has gone to waste. He's just checking the close angle to make sure they're not there. The flash will come through, but with how he's been able to hold this so far, he's single-handedly kept CyberZen at bay, but what is going on?
Well, they're losing these long-range fights. The M4 doing a lot of work there. It's just Viva last man left alive here from the stop sign, and a clean-up from ViCi Gaming. And Advent, as you said, he played his part perfectly there. Just total disruption over towards that Ivy position. There's so many smokes and mollies, and that nade was crucial towards the back end of the round as well. Keeping the CyberZen players honest as they pick up double digits. And the money for CyberZen is finally broken.
All I want to say is if your team plays train, and you are on, and you play Ivy, if that's where you play, take note of that round. Go back, save the VOD, get that small, like 45 seconds, that pocket of play coming through from Advent. Look at how well he was able to prevent any work to be done from CyberZen. There were 3 players there with belts of utility to use, and he single-handedly kept them from doing anything. And all he had was a grenade, a smoke, and a molly. Perfectly played from the CT side. Now they push themselves 1 in front, and like we said, more than likely going to be seeing the 11th round as well.
Yeah, more aggression over towards Ivy. Just going to get a lot of information now, seeing that long sight line for themselves. And Armand's going to have that unlocked, so they're going to cheat a second play over towards B early on. They're going to have was that Freeman and Kaze playing towards this bomb site here, but CyberZen are going to get a little light damage there through the wood there. They're going to be just teasing the idea of falling away from this one as Kaze holds a long angle towards upper here. It's going to be a quick execute. They're going to try and get the bomb down here in a quick rush, but Freeman, he's playing up above here. There's no utility. They're going to hit here to dry. He's going to get a lot of damage done. 3, 4, and an easy 5. Ace for Freeman there. A fast clean up in the round, and cheeky stuff from ViCi.
It's like the last place you want Freeman to be on an eco round as you pour on out of lower ramp. It's literally the only angle in which you can't run, you can't hide, you have to push through the one crosshair. No armor means you're going to be slowed down the second you hit you get hit with any sort of bullet or nade. That is mighty unfortunate for CyberZen. I still like that though. Stick as a pack. Go as the hive mentality. Find yourself maybe a kill, maybe a bomb plant, but information given to Freeman early on in the 21st round. Just quite even at the moment. It's not like it is swaying more to ViCi. CyberZen haven't been able to hold too much onto this second half, but maybe onto the contact. Kaze has been an animal across towards B, just being a menace, and that is a way to start him on. Down to 10 HP. All of a sudden, you're starting to believe that ViCi might walk away with this with the clean 2-0.
Well, it'll be a bit of a shock to some, Rob. I feel like Overpass certainly really just threw a major spanner in the works as well for a lot of predictions there. I like what ViCi have been doing though on their C2 sides across both maps. The utility has just been incredible. They still have a couple of Molotovs even late in this round as well. And, Zoking gets 2 very easy kills for himself. Bottle just staying still for a moment there. I think he's just sort of not reading the play there. Is he going to begin pushing out of this A main area? They're going to commit to this A side, but Omen up above there. Going to take the fight head. Taken off there. Viva's good for 1 on Zoking as well. So now it's a 3 on 3, but there's 2 players that are very low HP right now for CyberZen, and TB to the smoke manages to drop Advent as well there, but Freeman in the bomb train does a lot of damage, staying alive there, not ready for the last man there as he's going to jump through the smoke, and what? Savage wins the round there. And what?
5-10 HP. Savage. That's the way to do it. Unfortunately, I feel like Freeman was kind of, his hand was forced. He didn't know where that last member was, and he just tried to make it back into con and reset. You know, try to slow that round down for a second, wait for the bomb plant to come in, but unfortunately he walks directly into the plate, and they haven't seen that one man push through towards Olive. It doesn't matter, he'll burn in the flames. He will be seen, so he can hold the line from Olive, but that's all that's going to happen right now. That's going to be the frag from HZ that starts the round out. A frag will be traded from Advent, but one apiece does still favor ViCi with the damage that's been done.
Look at this position from Savage here. I think he's seeing Kaze through the smoke. He gets one there. Any more damage here is crucial towards them taking this A site, as it's going to play their hand now. Bomb being picked up over towards T-spawn. They're going to have to come out A main here. Advent holding the tight angle there, but he's going to have his head ripped off there by Savage. And 2 players very low now for CyberZen as they can get back into the site. ViCi Gaming just need to win this initial duel versus the high HP player, and that's what Armin's certainly going to do there. And it's a 2v2. Bomb yet to commit to the bomb site.
High percentage play for ViCi. It's all onto this encounter right now, and that is massive coming in from HZ. That turns the ties yet again. It also puts doubt into the mind of Aman, who has to make his way back towards the A bomb site. Now, deep on old bomb. They both line up. That could be massive, but I don't know whether he saw them. They definitely were alerted to where he was, and that is so unfortunate. HZ is... What? That man has balls of steel right now to take that fight.
Oh my lord. That was just a sway of many things happening all at the same time there for poor old Omen. I really seriously don't think he saw those players swing across the bomb train there, and he was punished for it as well. He was trying to clear out all his angles. He's in a very tough situation in the 1v2 regardless of the HP of those players, and now Savage, he's going to be on clearing up duty here, picking up a couple of quick kills there with the Mac 10. Armin's going to be good for 1 here over towards the sandwich, but through the smoke he will take down Advent as Armin falls to the flames. It's just 1 player's alive. Freeman, he's going to do some more damage here, but cleaned up there. 4k for Savage. He's going to build a lot of bank up off the back of that Mac 10. There's a crucial round now coming up. There will be the buy coming in for ViCi Gaming, but they won't have all the bells and whistles like they would have hoped.
That could possibly be the swing right there. ViCi have kept it really close. All of these rounds are going down to the wire. Obviously not that round with the pistols, but a majority of the rounds we've seen have come down to the 1v1s, the 1v2s, and unfortunately they just have not come out on top of it, and you're seeing it really start to take a hit to ViCi's economy. They had to go to the full save last round. They're now on somewhat of a lower buy, not in the terms of weaponry, but more so in kits and utility. They've only got 2 smokes, a flash, a nade, and 1 kit to work with. I do apologize, 3 smokes I actually have with the right down Zoking holding on to it, but I am almost certain CyberZen will do what they've done in many rounds before, which is just burn the utility that ViCi once had. They've still got a $1.05 left on the clock as now does strike midnight. Double digits left for CyberZen to make something work.
Slow map control being taken now by CyberZen here as well. I mean, not a lot of utility for the ViCi boys to play around with, so they have to be patient with their play, and there's only one smoke left alive. It's all in the hands of Advent. And the drop's going to come in towards Pop Dog here. And crucial win for that first duel for Advent, but loses the second one. There's Viva. I think he got stuck on the ladder there, so the 4v4 is real. And there's no utility to hold this one off now for ViCi Gaming as they come flying in towards the site. And still players up above on the trains and losing all the engagements as HZ and Viva opened that one up there fantastically with a couple of sick entries. And now it's a 2v4 and Freeman and Karzo, they're far out of the action. They're going to have to save.
Yeah, I feel for ViCi it is coming down to their individual battles. Advent maybe getting a little bit unlucky with his bullets just flying past Viva's head, but for me, ViCi have to clean this up, right? They've got 2 more rounds to play with before CyberZen head to map point. And then things get a little bit more dicey from there. I mean, who said this was a CT-sided map? It's been
proven else. But that is Karzo gets a double for himself. There were players on the hunt, but HZ and Bottle going to hold on to the rest of their weaponry here. Don't want to risk anything else. It's the money, although just in the back, it's still not the best for the rest of the squad. They'll have a couple of buys to go, but if ViCi can just steal a win away here, they can just steal away the match from this point and get away with that cheeky 2-0.
2-0 is definitely what they're looking for. It's what they're hoping for. They want to be on that plane to Odense. They do not want to be missing that opportunity to play at the International Global Finals. Want to make sure that they secure that spot nice and early. Look at this from CyberZen. Kays, that's a ridiculous shot to start things out, but the trades are back through. Freeman finds one, and look at that aggressive coming through from Aman. He finds one, nearly a second, can't find the third. And Advent from behind, he's going to be able to find one as the response. The bomb is dropped towards Hell. This is not looking good. Bottle, he's going to have to make this work. Advent has been pushed back towards Small. But he's still got some damage yet to be done. It's the drive-bys coming through with the CZ. He's still being baited out as now the teammates are all together. Karze will pick the kill. He will go ahead and pick up the AWP, and the AK is picked up for Advent, and that is the round that ViCi have been looking for. The 2v1 that finally swings in their favour. And, I mean, Matty B, this is magic.
It's a little bit of that Chinese CS magic we're seeing right now, Rob. There's still going to be one more buy here for CyberZen, right? This is the round. They win this one, they can run away with the rest of the map here, because ViCi, they certainly are in a very similar standpoint. You have to think whoever takes this round can run away with the rest of the map on paper.
That's it on paper. However, in game, it's been anything but, Matty B. It has been anything but.
Oh, it certainly has been anything but. I mean, just look at that last round. The force buy and the aggression into that outer yard there, it allowed them to just take so much control. And they just took all the weapons away from Cybers, and they lost those duels. They were going too fast. They didn't slow down. Zoking gets a little bit of information there as players just styling up and down at the Pop Dog area, and they're going to get a little bit of aggressive now. That's going to be fine though. Zoking's fallen all the way back towards the bomb site. 3 players over towards this A portion of the map, and CyberZen haven't quite chosen a point of contact as of yet.
And they were flirting with the idea of dropping down Pop and just blitzing onto him, but the early shots kind of warned them possibly not the best idea. Now all that remains, 1 smoke and 2 mollies to try and hold these players pushing through. Plenty of flashes to stop them from pushing out with sight, but they've got so much work to do. They have so many kills to find. That's the way to start. Aman opens up the bank account, backs away, keeps his life, but only for a moment longer. It's unfortunately Zoking that falls down at Vent. If he can push through this smoke right now, he might be able to find a cheeky kill. He tries to go smoke criminal, but now it's all on to Freeman, who finds himself nearly a second, but they double peek him, nearly a triple peek. And shuts it down. CyberZen, like you were saying, you had to feel that whoever shut that round down would be the better in rounds, and so too it is coming to full fruition. 14-12, and CyberZen, they're looking to take this to a 3rd map.
It has to be now, and looks like a bit of a tech pause coming out.
ViCi, the boys. All on the pause to give themselves a moment to breathe. It's kind of, it is a really awkward round, isn't it?
It really is. I think that's a tech, not attack, actually. Yeah,
It is
technical pause coming in. And it's a shadowing round there as well. They've only got 2 players that can really bite anything into this round. So the question of the matter is, do they force buy here? Do they go for that overtime play? They're not really going to be able to buy next round regardless. So do they play again aggressive in the train yard and try and take those fights early on? I mean, although CyberZen have these weapons at the moment, they still don't quite have it solidified. And I mean, just what, like, these rounds have been so back and forth right now. But as you said earlier, it just benefits the T side in the end.
Well, the thing for ViCi, they have so much that they can try to organize. Because, yes, this is not favoring them. The economy is low. But ViCi, these guys, they can just force, right? Like you were saying, they can force. They can get some control. For me, I want to see them either stack a site, and if they don't go to that site of choice, they let it go. Right? They save the armor, they save whatever they've got, and they find themselves some extra frags. They find themselves some weapons that they can take into the next round. So, ViCi have so many avenues they can take. They can go aggressive towards Ivy. They can take Brown Hall's control. They can look to push into a small ladder, Pop Dog, whatever you want to call it, and grab control of both T-Con and Pop at the same time by holding 2-3 players in there. But it is all down to the individual calls that they make. They are going to go for the force buy. We had to see that come through. Kaze, I would dare say, will be back on that AWP. He is an absolute menace. So he could really cause some problems. Advent as well has turned up in this second half. So if he picks up the M4, I believe ViCi can make this work.
That's going to have to be, it's going to be on the back of Kaze and what he can do with the AWP. If he can create that space for his side and get that opening pick for himself, as it looks like Freestyle will be ending up now. So buys will be made, and we'll really get the answer to our questions that we keep asking right now, Rob. And it's going to be buys across the board for CyberZen and AKs for all players. And here we go, Kaze on the AWP. There's a couple of weapons dropped across. Freeman's going to be on the M4, Advent on the 5-7. Probably not feeling it as much, giving it to his teammate, who's been absolutely monstrous so far this series. And aggression over towards Ivy here as well. Pop Flash is going to come across as he spots out one, and that's huge for Alman. Now, if he picks up anything else here, that's a really big pickup there in exchange. There's another flashbang's going to come out there. He's staying alive as well and towards Ivy. A little bit of damage done, and so much of the effort for CyberZen's coming across into this man who's still stuck over towards Ivy. He's going to be held out by his teammate Kaze, holding the line here. As that smoke is still up and they haven't cleared it out. Yeah, he's still staying alive there. He's going to get the swing done. Damage picked up over towards his players, and Kaze's holding the line now. Over towards Ivy. He's going to be forced back off the angle. And there's 2 players here. That is Freeman and Kaze, the weapons for ViCi Gaming. But here comes the adjustment as we have Zoking. He's got aggressive in towards A main, which means this information gathered. Any sound made there by CyberZen will be picked up by the aggression picked up from Zoking. And this is a huge point now for the round.
That could have been massive for ViCi Gaming. If Kaze had hit that shot, which was so uncharacteristic like of him to miss that, that could have been massive. That could have been the left-right, and that could have seen ViCi through, but it doesn't happen. It's now 5-7 on Advent, but it is gonna be Freeman who plays gatekeeper to the lower section of B. Bottle tries to push on out, but Kaze makes up for his previous mistake. 14-13. I felt it. I could feel something in my loins, and that aggression towards Ivy was perfect. It was unprovoked. They didn't expect it. And what a play coming through. ViCi now keeping on. They're holding on by a thread, but they're making it work. CyberZen forced to the buy-up, and this could pivot this completely, Matty B.
It's exactly right, Rob. I mean, look at this one AK and MP5 and pistols across the board now for CyberZen. They lose this one, and surely ViCi take the rest of the map from this point. I mean, we've been saying it so far. I feel like the next team to win consecutive rounds has got it from this point, right? I mean, the money is shot for all across the board. They have the buys. They've got the utility to play with. This is monstrous what is coming across from both sides. Just players and individuals standing up on either side of the map. As we see it, CyberZen, they're just looking to settle everything down there with the default spread over towards his B halls.
And it's just a matter of inches, a matter of pixels, a matter of seconds for both of these teams, but ViCi just seem to be kind of just edging in front here as we come to the close of the second map. But CyberZen, you do not want to give them even a peep. An inch and they'll take a mile. And he's set up for this. How does execute? Advent and Oking both going to be back on the angle. So Oking decides to go up in towards the heavens above. It's now going to be the hit on towards the A-bomb site. The flashes come out in a company with the Molotovs, the flash, but it doesn't make a difference. It's going to be Zoking that finds two. Advent shutting down Viva. And could you start to believe that this might be working? TB shutting another down on the back of one extra kill. The bombs dropped out in the open and Savage is forced to save. ViCi. No. We're going to the full. We're going to the full regulation, Matty.
That's a pivotal moment right there for ViCi Gaming to hold off on that one. But just really quick, what was that from TV? That second shot was ridiculous.
I don't even know what I just saw. I literally, like, that's just, you know, you literally just throw your mouse across the mouse pad and hope to God you hit something.
It's going to be the full save for CyberZen. They're going to be playing for OT here. AK on the back for Savage, and no money for the rest of the boys here, so they will have a very poor buy in the last round if it happens as well. It's going to be ViCi Gaming who will have first shot here at map point. You have to think, though, I mean, you can't ever write a team off in this match. We've seen time and time again these pistols just popping off for both sides. CyberZen, they're in a critical position now.
Pivot that could turn one way or the other. We said it at the start of the map. It's literally the edge of a knife that will decide this. And we will have seen everything but one round in all regulation time. That's going to be the insta spot coming through from Amar. Backs off the angle. That's going to be the AK done and dusted. And now we can continue this onslaught towards Ivy. He doesn't decide. It's not the right decision just yet, but now the CZ swings wide, being caught out. All of the attention's being gained over towards Ivy as they get a little bit more control. They get a little bit overzealous here, ViCi. The damage is being done, but unfortunately, the kills have not come in for Zen. They could have done a lot more in this round, but ViCi pushed themselves to map point. Matty B, this could be the end of times for CyberZen.
This could be it. This is the round for ViCi Gaming. This could take them to Odense in Denmark for the global finals for ESL Pro League. This is a huge moment, and we're going to see Armin pick up the auto sniper here as well. It's a huge statement coming out from ViCi here now. They've got 4 AKs in the UMP onto Savage. He's going to go fast over towards Ivy. And look at this, the default setup spreading nicely already as it's going to start to settle very early on in this round.
Utility being used early on. Advent waits for the flash and a beast-like play. It allows Freeman to swing wide. CyberZen might have just been given the KO. 2 frags without a response. A small amount of damage done to the ViCi players.
But look at HC. He's got now onto A. No one knows where he is right now. He could have been spotted there by Kaze. No, the timing's off. At the right moment, he picks that one up, as does Armin, and it's just Viva now, the last one left alive. And that'll be it, ladies and gentlemen. ViCi Gaming are your Asia champions for ESL Pro League Season 8. They will be seen live in Odense, and they'll book their tickets for a fantastic event.
What a performance coming in from ViCi. They came into this the less favoured team, if ever there was going to be one, but they make it work. CyberZen, unfortunately, keeping it close, but not to be. They'll still walk away with a nice, cool, calm, collective $15,000 USD, but as Matty B has already said, ViCi are your winners, ladies and gentlemen. The Asian Grand Final has come to a close. Odense is closing in, and ViCi have booked their tickets. Thank you very much for joining us. This has been Matty B and Manic Monday. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We will see you next time. Have a good night.